That's it, folks. Not the smoothest I've ever done it, but I'll haul this little one, no problem. Third log I've hauled. Some of them been bigger, quite a bit bigger. I love the winch part. It makes it so easy. It's hard to back up because I can't see the way it sits behind the UTV, so that makes it hard for me. So it's just easier to go out and unhook it, put it over the log, and then back up to it. Of course, you got the obstacle fence or obstacle course to maneuver around as you're backing up and going forward. All right, so it's hooked up, and off we'll go. Let's see, it'll give you a bumpy ride. So hooking this up is pretty simple. This chain actually is just supports the underneath. The weight of the log is going to be picked up and held by the strap. So you just pull out the strap and get underneath the log. And just collapses on itself. The strap's got a little hook in it right there, so it collapses on itself. You strap it in, you crank her up. This will do up to, I think it said 1,000 pounds. None of these logs are a few hundred pounds. Not any of them approach 1,000. I could be mistaken. Alright, then what I've been doing is I just, I don't know if it's right or not, but I put it back just a hair. Down, just so it's resting a little bit on the chains, and then up one. Yeah, like that. So, and off we go. It's a little bit longer of a log, so. All right, I won't give you a bumpy ride this time. You have to see what it was like. Let me show you from. Let's see if she'll drag 2 logs. Gotta get ready to hook up 2. What will I do? Morning, it's Dave out here at the property. I was just out here Saturday. It's Monday, March 22nd. Beautiful day, a little cloudy, a little overcast, but it's warming up, 64. No rain today, so come out here and get the rest of the logs pulled off the food plot. And so got that done. I spent a little bit of time talk about this tool I used and put a conclusion to that. So anyways, let me turn you around. We'll get going with that. All right, well, there you got it. So here's the pile of logs that I moved. I don't think any of them in and of themselves weighed over, you know, maybe 500 pounds. Maybe that one there, 500 pounds or so. Probably the heaviest are that one and that one. Those two were already here, so I didn't move those. These were kind of heavy, but anyways, I did a variety of different strategies. I pulled one log at a time. I pulled 2 logs. I pulled 3 logs. It did fine. That winch does a great job. For a one-person operation, it made it really easy. I put my chain on just because it was, for me, it's just easier. There's nothing wrong with their chain. You just have to maneuver with a carabiner versus my chain will actually hook over the loops. So I can hook one side and then straddle the other, and did a better, to me, it did an easier job. The hitch worked great. I love that part of it. Had no problems with it. The wheels plowed through the food plots, the mud, everything. No problems whatsoever. It was sturdy. The only thing I did to enhance it at all was I oiled everything. I put actual oil on every place where there's possible friction and on these gears to help save the gears. So I did that, but I was really pleased with it. That's probably, I don't know, hey, the best 300 bucks I've spent in a long time. I couldn't have moved. The way I was skidding logs last year was just a chain to the hitch, and you're getting no elevation. And so it was taking me forever to pull logs. It was harder on the mule too. What I'm pulling it with is a 2010 American Landmaster Trail Wagon 650. It's got the Subaru 650cc motor in it. I think it's rated to pull 1,500 pounds. It has no problem pulling these logs. You hardly even know there's a load on the back. And this is 2010, so it's got close to 600 miles on, or 600 hours on it, and it did just fine. So I do think you could do it well with an ATV or UTV. The only downside with the UTV, if you got something like this on a bed on the back wagon, it's gonna obstruct your view when you're backing up. So that part is harder. If you're on an ATV, just turn and look. I think it'd be pretty easy. Made it impossible to back up with the skidder on there because you just couldn't see it. So and the turning radius on this just isn't nimble enough as fast as this wants to turn. Those little tires are wanting to turn much quicker than those big fat tires of the mule. So anyway, but that's not the fault of the skidder. That's just the way it is. So I give it a huge thumbs up. I mean, none of my bolts came loose. Everything's rock solid tight after hauling all those logs. I got it good and muddy. The wheels held the air. They didn't lose air over the weekend. So I'm really pleased. So hats off to Strongway and their ATV log skidder. I think you did a nice job. Yeah, it is good and muddy. So I wonder if it really is the my thing's rubbing off, but I wonder if it really is the 8th unit produced. Is made in China, but that's not a shocker. I wonder if it is really number 8. Not that that matters. But. All right, so I think that's it for the log skidder. I'll keep using it throughout the year. Yeah, really impressed with it. I got to figure out how to store it inside, which I'll take care of today. So I'll get that done. All right, let me turn you around. Tell you about it. All right, well, there you got it. So pretty good. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it and you feel so inclined, you can subscribe. I'd really dig that. I appreciate you watching. It means a lot to me. Hopefully this was informative. If you have an ATV and you're wanting to skid some logs, there you go. Hopefully that helped you out. All right, that's about it. Like I say, remember to make kindness your business. Share a little kindness. It's always a good thing to do. Just the littlest things can make a huge difference. All right, so like I always say, Dave's out.